James Stewart drinks with his rabbit. Harvey. When James Stewart's freeloading family become upset by him trying to introduce people to his imaginary rabbit friend...
Arthur, you're making the other accountants nervous. We all find this kind of rampant individuality very disturbing.
They try to have him committed, only for a mix-up to occur, resulting in her being institutionalized instead.
God's sake, help me! Oh, don't worry, Fry. I too once spent a nightmarish time in a robot asylum, but now it's nearly over. So long!
While the imaginary friend messes with the taxi driver, as well as some of the staff, being a spirit who only appears to alcoholics and lunatics.
You're the one carrying the illegitimate spawn of one of these sad alcoholics.
Please, Squire, we don't call them that. We prefer the term barstool jockeys who fall at every fence.
Then the friend runs off with one of the doctors, who James Stewart has to track down.
Grace, come here. There's a sinister-looking kid I want you to see.
Before resolving matters with his sister and being reunited with Harvey for more chronic alcoholism.
Perfect meal for an alcoholic.
Janet, please, how many times? We do not use the A word in here. We prefer the term, those for whom simply being alive is cause enough for celebration.
Worth watching for comic ignorance.
You'll have to sign these commitment papers for her.
But I didn't know the woman needed the treatment. She said it was her brother.
Of course she did. That's the oldest dodge in the world. Always used by a cunning type of psychopath. She knew her brother was about to commit her, so she came down here to discredit him. Get him on the phone, please.
Well, I want both of you to meet a very dear...
It seems there's been a mistake. Just forget everything.
I have a suggestion. Why don't I do what she wants and then go with you?
That won't be necessary, Mr. Dodd.
All right. Well, goodbye, my dear. Well, some people are blind. That's very often brought to my attention.
Yes.
And now I'd like both of you to meet a very
now,
dear
why
friend
don't we
of mine.
sit down? Won't you have a chair, Mr. Dodd?
Thank you very much. You could have had a bath, too.
I've already had a bath.
Oh, Miss Kelly, I wasn't speaking to you. I was speaking to my friend.
Mr. Dowd, I take a bath every morning just before I go on duty.
It's always such a pleasant way to start the day.
I believe she called him Harvey.
Harvey's his name. Now, Doctor, before we go any further, I must insist that you and Miss Kelly allow me to introduce you to...
Let me make my point, please, Mr. Dodd. I think that your sister's condition stems from trauma.